naweza kufuna nguo lakini huku nilikuwa sawa. Nataka wajoin kama wawili hivi ndio nianze. Umenisearch huko YouTube? Mawera. One is watching. You can see? Oh, who may subscribe? Iko na how many subscribers?
15K.
Do you want to reach it there?
Yeah.
Then make good trials. Two are watching. 5 more. 5 more. I need 5 more to start this live. Oh, 23 more. Oh, yeah. 23. You can see that? 23 watching live. You see? Okay, let me. Yes, guys. Just I'm coming live right there. $23 watching live now. 15. Just hold there, guys. Just hold on there, guys, a little bit. There's something I'm setting here, just a little bit. Huko iko na sauti? There's something I want to set here. This is what is having a problem. Yeah. Now we're almost there. Yeah, almost there, guys. Transition on. Yeah. Good. Hello, guys. I'm Derek Mawera once again here. I'm your Tech Pro guide. And now today I'm going to speak a little more about VWA, whereby remember last time we talked of the benefit of VWA, those who have not verified the system, those who have not uploaded documents. And now there is something magical because we have come to understand that things have become more easier. Last time we were verifying through the facial verification, scanning the face, scanning your ID, scanning your passport, scanning your driver's license. But now things have become more easier because the system have been updated, and now you can use your just a photo of your ID, a photo of your driver's license, a photo of your passport, and you can upload them directly and become a verified member. Now, what is more important of VWA? Number one, we have to understand this is a training site whereby the technical team, they're coming to teach each and every one of us the basic knowledge that we want, that we need to become in VWA, Victory System, whereby you'll be able to use the product. Remember, these are softwares. When you talk about the product, we are talking about the softwares which will be usable, people can sell, you can use them for your business, for your people, for your family, for your children, because some of them are learning material, they have learning materials other for business purposes. So there are many products, there are many softwares. So the technical team will come directly to teach us about the way to use these systems. And if you have not registered, to VWA system, or you have not registered your children, I'll make sure I have posted a link in this video, to the bio of this video after the live. So you can take that link, you can go register, verify yourself through facial verification or uploading your documents and become a verified member. Thereafter, you can share your link to your circle, to your friends, to your family members, help them register, help them verify themselves so that they can become part of the system. Once they become part of the system, it will be easier for them to get that knowledge, that technical knowledge, that technical will come to teach us in VWA system. I believe most of us have groups, have members who are ready to register, have members who are already verified, who have already been verified, and those who have not been verified, you can guide them to verify so that this system or this training cannot bypass them. It is a very crucial knowledge that each and every one would wish to have. It will be for free. Remember, it is a very expensive training. You cannot get it somewhere else. And if you have to, it will be very expensive. It will be very, very, very unaffordable. But here in VWA, you'll be given it for free. So that's the best thing about this system. Number two, Hashim Ofare, our CEO, also talked of becoming patient, because some of us are impatient. But he told us to be patient so that anything else he is planning can come directly and can be beneficial to some of us, and many of us will come after us. So it is very important to keep calm, to keep waiting, and know that everything is underway, everything is going to be communicated well. The training will come, it will be explained, that no one will be left behind. Every single details will be explained, and that nobody will be left behind by those skills. Let me talk of after the training. What will happen? Most of us are asking ourselves, after the training, what will happen? After the training, some of us will go diverse ways. Some of us will go directly to sell the systems, to use the systems, either for personal use or companies use or for family use and all that. But also, there's some will use them for business purposes. So if you're chasing after profit or after money, remember you have to do some business. And of course, there's some details that will follow up there. If you are looking forward to have it as a business venture, so just be ready for anything. Everything will be explained, everything will be updated. So don't worry at any point of your life that things will come to work as we expected. There is somebody asked me about, in the former system, about the wallet, the commissions, and how they are, where they went, how they are doing. But let me say that in the former system, of course, there's some apples that were stuck in the wallets then before they were transferred to VWA. Hashim Ofare himself said he will talk more about what happened about the apples and what will happen thereafter, and where they will go and where they are and how it will happen. So any questions we're asking ourselves about that, it will be explained. But for lie, I say that nothing got lost that will never be recovered. Everything will be recovered. Only give it time. Give it time. Don't worry about the timeline, but everything you wish to have from the former system, it will be explained and explained well. So, guys, be calm, be ready, and be there. Once the system is referred for training or it's ready for training, be there. Be alert and be ready to undergo those type of vigorous technical knowledge. So thank you so much, friends. Keep on sharing this information. Keep on sharing these videos. Like these videos. Watch them as many as possible, and also don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button so that we can grow together and all shall be well. Make sure if you want any assistance, reach out to the contact details below in the description or in the description of this channel. Reach out, get your questions answered, ask anything that you want. Reach out to the WhatsApp numbers below there, and everything will be explained as you wish, as you want it. And I believe we shall grow together as the system grows. So thank you so much. Have a very lovely evening.
Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we're really digging into something quite significant. A whole stack of sources talking about what looks like how we handle digital identity and trust online.
It's definitely timely.
Yeah, our mission today is pretty focused. We're diving into the nuts and bolts of a new digital trust ecosystem, specifically a verification system called O-Verify. And the claim is big. It aims to fundamentally redefine digital confidence.
It's a critical area. As our sources keep stressing, in today's digital world, trust isn't just, a nice to have. It's basically the most valuable currency.
Right.
Everything hinges on being able to answer that one question quickly and accurately. Is this person real or false system reliable?
Exactly. And we've all felt the pain, right? For years, verification, just proving you are who you say you are, it's been, frankly, a nightmare.
Oh, absolutely.
Endless forms, waiting ages, uploading the same documents again and again, confusing updates or no updates.
And the potential for errors or even fraud creeping in.
Totally. But the shift promise here, and this seems driven by Ash Mufareh's vision within the Unpassive ecosystem, is that this whole burden is basically engineered out. Verification is now described as a breeze.
A breeze, yeah. Quick, smart, AI secured, and apparently designed with the user, the human, front and center.
Which leads to that key difference you mentioned.
Yes, that focus on the user experience seems to be the core philosophy, the main differentiator we need to explore today.
Okay.
Think about traditional KYC, know your customer. Historically, it felt almost punitive, didn't it? Like its main job was keeping bad actors out, but the process was so clunky, it often frustrated legitimate users too.
Yeah, you felt like you were under suspicion just for trying to sign up for something.
Exactly. This new system, O-Verify, which is the official OKYC for the Unpassive ecosystem, it suggests something radical. Maybe the complexity itself was the security flaw all along.
Interesting. How so?
Well, if a process is too difficult, people naturally look for shortcuts, right? Or they just give up. And those workarounds or even just the delays can create vulnerabilities.
Okay, so our mission today is pretty ambitious then. We need to unpack this idea of digital confidence, redefined, and really explore how simplicity, counterintuitively maybe, could actually be the key to stronger security and wider inclusion.
Right. How do they actually translate that philosophy into a working, secure system? That's the question.
Let's get into it. Let's start with that foundation, the philosophy. Okay, so the bedrock philosophy. The sources suggest this isn't just typical tech development. The core belief mentioned is that tech should serve humanity, make things better, not more confusing or intimidating. That sounds great, on paper, but how does a verification system actually put human understanding first, technology second? That seems tricky.
It seems they flipped the usual design process. Instead of starting with, okay, here are the complex regulations, how do we build an interface for them? They seem to ask, what does the user need to feel secure and confident instantly?
So peace of mind first.
Peace of mind first, yeah. Then what's the minimum tech needed to deliver that smoothly? The material suggests the goal is to completely change how users perceive verification.
From a chore to...
From a hurdle to an immediate sense of assurance. It's a mindset shift. Instead of feeling like you have to prove yourself innocent, you get this immediate validation of your legitimacy.
That's a subtle but really powerful psychological difference, isn't it? It's not just about ticking boxes for the company. It's about reducing user anxiety.
Exactly. If I, as a user, know the system is designed to be easy for me, I'll approach it differently. Less friction, less suspicion from the get-go.
So it turns this traditionally complicated, often really stressful thing into what they're calling a seamless journey of trust and assurance.
That's the language they use, yes. They want the tech to recognize the legitimate user instantly, securely, reliably, and crucially, respecting their time.
Unlike the old ways.
Big contrast. Traditional KYC could mean physical visits, getting documents notarized, waiting for manual approvals across different teams. O-Verify seems designed to bypass all that heavy infrastructure by leaning heavily on intelligent automation and convenience. The philosophy dictates the architecture. If the system can handle the complexity instantly behind the scenes, the user shouldn't have to feel that complexity at all.
I like how they frame complexity not just as an inconvenience, but almost as a barrier, a disservice.
Right. The argument seems to be that if a system is too hard, too slow, too opaque, it actively hinders the very things it's supposed to enable, like business growth, global connections, secure interactions.
So making it difficult actually works against the goal.
It does. If verification takes days or even weeks, which happens a lot with international checks, it just stifles legitimate activity. It introduces huge delays and risks.
So by making O-Verify streamlined and user-friendly,
They effectively lower the barrier to entry for the whole ecosystem. They're saying, welcome legitimate users, come right in, instead of building these high, slow gates that only experts or people with lots of resources can easily navigate.
okay, so this commitment to human-centric design, this focus on simplicity, really dictates everything else about how O-Verify works.
It seems to be the foundational principle, yes.
All right, let's move from that philosophy, that peace of mind idea, to the actual mechanics. How does O-Verify deliver this within the bigger on-passive ecosystem? The sources say it works quietly in the background after you start the process. What does that look like for the user?
Well, the initial verification is designed to be deliberately minimal, just a few simple steps.
Like what?
Usually submitting your ID details, maybe a quick biometric check like a selfie or a scan of your document. The key part is the AI takes over immediately after that. It handles the authentication smoothly, quickly, and transparently. And once that initial check is done, confirming you're a genuine user, founder, partner, whatever that verified status gets, well, shared across the entire ecosystem.
So that's the unified verification part,
It's where the real power comes in, yes.
because that tackles the problem you mentioned earlier,
Yeah.
that exhausting cycle of proving who you are over and over again for every single service.
Exactly. We've all been there, uploading the same driver's license or passport photo, waiting weeks for different platforms to say, okay, you're good. It's incredibly inefficient.
It wastes so much time globally.
Trillions of hours, probably. And it creates these silos of your identity data everywhere, each needing its own security and updates. The innovation here is structural. Once you're verified on one on-passive platform, let's say OMail,
Then you're automatically verified on all the others, like OConnect, OWallet.
instantly and automatically verified across all the interconnected platforms. That's the core idea.
So it's more than just single sign-on, which is just about logging in. This is about the actual trust status being portable.
Precisely. It's the verification status itself that travels and is recognized instantly throughout the architecture. The analogy they use in the sources is quite good, holding a universal pass.
Right. Identity secured once, trusted everywhere within that ecosystem.
Exactly. And this integration is crucial for how the whole on-passive suite works together. OMail for messages, OConnect for meetings, OWallet for money, OTracker for business data. They're all designed to recognize this unified identity status seamlessly.
Creating what they call unshakable confidence.
That's the term, yes.
Okay, that sounds incredibly efficient.
Yeah.
But let me raise a point of maybe skepticism, something listeners might be thinking. Unified identity is efficient, sure, but doesn't centralizing verified identity data create, like, a giant huntpot for hackers? One big target.
That's the crucial question, absolutely. It's the inherent trade-off.
How do the sources address that risk? Is there a single point of failure?
They seem to anticipate this. The way they describe the architecture, the unification isn't achieved by storing, say, one giant database with everyone's passport scans in one place.
Okay.
Instead, it sounds like they tokenize the verified status. The O-Verify process does the initial checks securely. Once you're verified, the system generates a unique, anonymous, but verifiable cryptographic signature that's the universal pass.
Ah, like a token.
Exactly, a status token. That token is what gets permissioned and travels across the ecosystem, not your raw ID documents.
I see. So if one platform got compromised,
The attacker wouldn't get the keys to the kingdom, so to speak. They wouldn't get the actual identity documents or the entire user verification database. The verification process result is unified, but the sensitive data storage remains segmented and encrypted at multiple layers.
Okay, that makes a crucial difference.
Mhm.
Centralizing the result, not the source data. So let's get practical again. What does this unshakable confidence actually mean for me as a user? If I'm verified, what assurance do I get when I use, say, OWallet or OConnect?
Once you're verified, every action you take within the ecosystem carries that unique signature of authenticity. Your digital footprint is essentially secured and constantly revalidated.
So, specific examples.
Well, the sources mention things like every transaction via OWallet is guaranteed legitimate because both sender and receiver are verified.
Okay, that's big for finance.
Huge. And every conversation on OConnect is safe from bots or anonymous trolls because only verified people can participate. It fundamentally changes the interaction quality.
From cautious and maybe a bit fearful to more transparent and trusting.
Exactly. The tech handles the identity checking and fraud prevention instantly in the background, letting you focus on what you're actually trying to do, connect, transact, build your business.
All right, let's dive into the engine room now. Section 3, how this actually works under the hood. We've established OVerify is simple for the user, but clearly that simplicity hides a lot of sophisticated tech. The sources point to advanced AI algorithms doing the heavy lifting. How exactly does this automation work behind the scenes? How does it achieve what they call near perfection in verification?
The AI is described as this silent army, constantly working. Its main job is incredibly complex. Analyzing, comparing, and instantly confirming identities, potentially drawing from many different data points or sources.
And doing it fast.
Super fast.
Thinking.
Think about the delay it eliminates. A human reviewer might take days, right? Cross-referencing documents, checking lists, verifying biometrics manually. The AI does this stuff in seconds.
Wow.
And the real advantage isn't just the speed. It's removing the human variability fatigue, judgment errors, inconsistencies. That's what boosts the accuracy so significantly. The near perfection claim seems tied to the machine's ability for really meticulous, tireless cross-validation.
Okay, near perfection is a bold claim. It needs a closer look. Let's talk about the specific actions. When I, as a user, upload my details, say my driver's license photo, how does the system handle real-world messiness? Like, what if the photo isn't great quality, or the name uses non-English characters, or the document format is unusual?
That's where the intelligent part of AI comes in, specifically the machine learning models. When you upload details, OVerify kicks off a multi-stage process.
Okay.
First, it uses advanced OCR optical character recognition, but enhanced with AI, to actually understand and standardize the information, even if the image quality isn't perfect or it's in a different script.
So it can read fuzzy text or different languages.
To a high degree, yes.
Yeah.
Then, second, it instantly matches those extracted details against official data sources, licensed databases, government records where permissible, etc. Third, it uses AI-powered facial recognition, including liveness detection.
Liveness detection, to make sure it's not just a photo of a photo.
Exactly, or a deepfake video. It checks for subtle cues that indicate a real, live person. The key here is what they call intelligent flexibility.
Yeah.
The AI is trained on a massive, diverse, global data set.
So it learns different document types.
It learns to adapt its validation models to the specific requirements and document styles of different countries without needing a human to step in for every variation.
Okay, so it's not just matching text strings. It's using deep learning to grasp the context and authenticity from all sorts of global inputs. Once it confirms everything matches, the document is real, the face matches the doc, the person is live, how does it then tie that verification permanently to my account in the ecosystem?
It cryptographically locks it. Once identity is confirmed, the system creates that secure link between the verified identity and the user's account. It handles all the complex matching, encoding, cross-referencing behind the curtain.
Right, keeping it simple for the user.
That's the mantra that comes through. The sophistication is hidden. You don't need to understand the intricate workings. You just need to trust that it works reliably for you. You get the benefit seamless security without feeling the technological weight.
And we have to emphasize that point the sources make. Simplicity here doesn't mean weak security. It supposedly means stronger, structural security. If it feels effortless, where are the actual defenses against sophisticated attacks?
The security isn't bolted on afterwards. It's woven in from the start, security by design, as they put it. It seems to rely on sort of a tripod of defense.
Okay, what are the legs of the tripod?
First, multi-layer encryption. All sensitive data, whether it's moving or stored, is encrypted using strong dynamic methods. Second, that AI facial recognition isn't just for setup. It can be used for continuous passive checks for liveness and authenticity.
Passive checks, meaning I don't have to keep scanning my face.
Potentially, yes. It could work subtly in the background during interactions. And third, real-time data validation. The system is constantly running risk assessments against that identity token we talked about.
So if something suspicious happens,
It triggers an immediate protective response, maybe locks the session, requires re-authentication, flags the activity.
okay, so that combination aims to make every step effortless and unbreakable. I like the analogy in the sources.
The door.
Yeah, like walking through a door that just opens for you, instantly recognizing your unique digital signature, but it stays firmly shut for anyone else trying to imitate you.
It captures that idea of dynamic defense perfectly. It's not a static password that can be stolen and reused. It's more like a living shield, constantly adapting and validating. This balanced user ease combined with robust AI-driven security is really what they're positioning as the core innovation here, making the tech backbone incredibly strong, but keeping the user experience clean and simple.
Let's shift gears a bit, move from the algorithms and tech to the human impact. The sources are really clear that this system was built to welcome people, not intimidate them. This takes us from efficiency into, well, equity. What does that actually mean for the person using it?
It seems rooted in a respect for the individual. Mufora's vision, as presented, really stresses that there's a real person behind every click, every process, someone with goals, aspirations.
So the system tries to reflect that.
It's engineered to provide clarity and confidence right from the start. The user experience is designed to cut out confusing jargon, give clear feedback on progress, and this is key, eliminate those frustrating, endless waiting periods that just kill momentum.
And this focus on the human experience, this design philosophy, it connects directly to global accessibility, right? The sources use some powerful examples.
They do. A young digital entrepreneur in Nairobi, a teacher in Mumbai looking for online work, a retiree in Toronto managing digital assets. The point is, regardless of your location, your background, maybe even your device, the process should feel smooth, friendly, and respectful.
That feels different from just verifying data points.
It's about honoring identity, not just checking a name against a list based on perhaps very Western-centric document standards.
That's a good point. Old systems often fail people who don't have standard banking docs or live in places with different official IDs.
Exactly. Those systems can be incredibly exclusionary. By prioritizing the human experience and that intelligent flexibility we discussed, O-Verify aims to be a globally scalable model. The AI, for instance, might be trained to recognize and validate official documents common in a specific region that a rigid manual system would just reject as unfamiliar.
Okay, let's connect this trust directly to money and opportunity, especially for businesses and founders using the OnPassive ecosystem. If secure trust is the baseline, how does O-Verify help entrepreneurs grow faster?
For founders, it removes a huge chunk of risk. The risk of dealing with anonymous or potentially fraudulent partners, clients, or suppliers.
Because everyone in the ecosystem is verified.
If, with high certainty that everyone you interact with within that system is a genuinely verified entity, it just changes the dynamic. It lowers the fear barrier for online collaboration and transactions. It encourages more confident partnerships.
So it acts like a built-in quality control almost, a fraud prevention layer at the ecosystem's core.
Precisely. It structurally ensures founders are real, businesses are legitimate, deals are transparent. This strengthens reputations and promotes. The sources talk about a specific founder's advantage.
What does that involve?
Faster access to things, cleaner identity records that are always up to date, and a direct, seamless link to essential tools like O-Wallet for payments and O-Tracker for analytics.
What does that mean practically? Fewer delays?
Fewer compliance delays, definitely. Higher transparency in dealings, faster access to rewards or funds generated within the system. They spend less time proving who they are over and over, and more time actually running their business.
Can you expand on that founder's advantage? Like the link to O-Wallet and Cleaner records what hurdles does that remove?
Well, in traditional finance, you often face repeated KYC checks or audits, especially for larger transactions or when moving money across borders. These cause delays, sometimes significant ones.
Which can be critical for a startup.
Fail sometimes. With O-Verify's status, the link to O-Wallet is supposed to be instant and continuous. This cuts out those manual review loops.
Yeah.
And cleaner records means their verified history is instantly recognized as compliant across the system.
So things move faster.
Things like cashing out rewards, initiating large campaigns, using other on-passive tools like OLAID for advertising, it all happens quicker because the identity trust is already established and maintained. It boosts liquidity and agility.
That immediate link between verified opportunity sounds transformative. Let's zoom out even further, though, to the big picture, what the sources call the humanitarian aspect. This seems to be about people who are currently left out entirely.
This might be the most profound implication, actually. In many parts of the world, millions are out of the global digital economy. Why? Often because they lack the specific types of documents needed for traditional, rigid verification systems.
They just can't get past the first gate.
Exactly. O-Verify's design, with its intelligent flexibility, aims to adapt, to offer secure verification pathways even for users with different documentation, backgrounds, or maybe only mobile device access.
So O-Verify could genuinely act as a bridge for people who are unbanked, unconnected, or previously unrepresented in the digital sphere.
That's the vision presented. This becomes the engine driving inclusion. By making verification easier, more respectful, and adaptable to diverse standards, it potentially provides a secure economy for millions. The core idea is powerful. Fixing the verification bottleneck isn't just about efficiency, it's about removing a massive structural barrier. And removing that barrier could lead to significant economic transformation for individuals previously left behind.
Looking ahead now, the source material compelling picture of where this is going. Verification isn't just a one-time setup thing. It's described as a living ecosystem feature. What does that mean? Continuous verification.
It suggests the system is designed for ongoing seamless recognition. It moves from being a static checkpoint you pass once to being a dynamic, real-time function that's always active.
So like content background checks.
Perhaps not checks in the sense of resubmitting documents, but this always aware of your verified status. Imagine logging into the on-passive ecosystem once, maybe when you start your day, and having secure access to everything connected instantly.
Without logging into each app separately.
The system is always affirming your legitimacy quietly in the background without needing action from you.
That sounds like the dream. The potential end of passwords. And
Definitely moving in that direction. Sources hint strongly that this instant, continuous recognition would be driven largely by passive biometrics.
like again, or fingerprints.
Your face, fingerprint, maybe even just your link to your trusted device. Instead of typing words, your identity itself perpetually verifiable token that the system just recognizes.
Which eliminates those annoying
And also the main security weaknesses, like stolen or reused passwords.
This vision connects directly to a concept they call digital freedom. What's that about?
It's the idea that your single, verified, secure identity travels with you seamlessly across all the different platforms and functions within the ecosystem.
So from learning in Ocademy to checking business stats in O-Tracker, making a payment with O-Wallet.
Yes, or even using personal growth tools. Your digital self is liberated from being stuck in separate silos, constantly having to communicate.
Freedom seems like the right word if it works like that.
It enables agility. You move effortlessly between complex tasks, knowing that the underlying trust is always affirmed. It simplifies life dramatically, but also intuitively perhaps enhances security by closing off those easy attack vectors like weak passwords.
That balance, again, frictionless, yet secure.
That seemed to be the whole grail they're aiming for.
Ultimately, this whole grand vision, back to that core idea we started with. Simplicity is power.
Exactly. The argument isn't just about building smarter tech, it's about making complexity manageable, even invisible for everyone.
True innovation lies in simplifying things for people.
That's the takeaway. It's positioned as proof that tech guided by a genuinely human-centric philosophy can be simple and incredibly powerful, all at the same time. It's systems, it's about building understanding, connecting people securely, and changing verification from this intimidating chore into something respectful, maybe even empowering. Hashtag tag tag outro. So, if we try to boil down everything we've discussed today, the core message from O-Verify, as presented in these sources, it's really a powerful reframing. It's saying simplicity isn't a weakness, it's wisdom. When digital processes are simple and friendly, people actually use them, they engage. People engage safely within a unified system like this promises to be. Trust grows between users, the platform itself.
And that trust has ripple effects.
Huge ones. When trust is globally built on genuinely verified identity, it can transform things, opening doors, providing access and opportunity where complex exclusionary barriers existed before. Nation stops being just a bureaucratic task and becomes maybe a celebration of identity.
Powered by AI, but inspired by human needs.
Inspired by humanity, exactly.
That scale of transformation is really something to think about. We've definitely moved way beyond just remembering passwords here. Let me leave you, the listener, with this thought. Systems like O-Verify become standard. If your single verified identity does travel safely with you across all digital services, what new opportunities, or maybe even new responsibilities, come with that kind of digital freedom?
Yeah, how does it compare to this scattered, messy verification we have now?
It's a fundamental shift, moving away from augmentation towards this interconnected future, hopefully built on a foundation of genuine, dynamically validated trust.
It definitely changes the conversation around our digital lives, personal autonomy, and even global future to consider.
Absolutely. Something to mull over. Thank you for joining us for the deep dive.
The most difficult time out pruning being fueled for and rising from to the sunrise. But you know what? Today is about moving forward. So introduce this man to intro founder, Mr. Ash Mufareh. Welcome, Ash. So good to see you.
Very good to see you all. Thank you so much, Susie. And I am really, really excited to deliver this message to you today. What a moment in life. I'm your friend, Ash Mufareh, speaking to you today directly, personally, from the heart. Whether you're a longtime supporter or somebody who stood in the sideway or been distracted by other things, or someone who's been quietly just watching, unsure what's next, I want to take the opportunity to speak to you today with perfect clarity, humility, and renewed. Obviously, we're and I believe that with all my heart, actually, that what lies ahead is worth every it took to get here. I know it's taken a while, but it's worthwhile. And sure, honestly, I'm having a hard time to say this, to talk to you with clarity and transparency all of the time. Preparing for these remarks and having some bullet points and highlights. Uh, I wasn't planning to talk about this topic on this global update. I actually made a deliberate choice not to mention anything about our situation with the SEC. I thought I'm secret that this litigation has been challenging, painful, however, and lengthy. But fortunately, we have been represented by some of the best, most and skilled lawyers in the country, period. Everybody could look up who's representing us. Good our team. And under my instructions, they've defended the case vigorously. But that has taken time, attention, and resources from our core mission. Or I've got to tell you, recent developments. In fact, I'm actually pretty excited, and I look forward to being able to give you much more complete and positive on this topic very, very, very soon. So stay tuned. I can tell you it's a very, very bad day and not so exciting for the haters. It's been a good day. And this is not what they wished for. This is a nightmare for them. But God is good. I have to say that up front, loud and clear. And what a victorious day. I will be addressing this on a separate day, separate update, live update again, possibly number 2, because it's a big topic and I know you want to know more, and I'll break it down to you with what's allowed, okay, or what's productive or meaningful to you. But I'd rather to go back on track and continue my initial plan about a few here today. Let's begin by being completely transparent. This journey has not any of us or longer than we hoped for. We've experienced delays, we've dealt with disappointments, and yes, we've made mistakes. I did. some of our efforts actually fell short and, not as we hoped for. Some plans of our production actually had to be scrapped and rebuilt from the ground up, totally. And the truth, some people we trusted were not what we thought and who they were. I take a full responsibility, obviously, for everything that has happened on ship, and not in shame, but with humility, and someone adapted and committed to doing better. We've been bold. And when you build something bold, but is the potential reward. It's worth it. And I know I'm frustrated, some confused, and you've been waiting for a moment of clarity. This is that moment. Crystal clear. The road ahead is very clear. So let's talk about the recent survey and some of the revelation and results about that. I am super excited to talk about this. Lee, we've invited you to respond and participate in a private survey. 3 simple questions. No pressure, no spin, just truth. And we needed to know, are you still with us, actually? We want to know. We want to feel, where do you stand? We know where we. How long are you willing to wait? And do you believe it's time for a new vehicle to carry out our shared mission? Now, let me tell you what we found. And share that personal thought with you. I had 3 predictions. I've told the team and those who spoke with me on the side, behind the scenes, I've told them I had 3 predictions, okay, of how many people I thought would respond or would. I gave one low and one kind of like middle of the road, and thought was probably over optimistic, okay? Big, medium, small, or small, medium, big. But what happened next left me absolutely floored. I'll explain that to you. You may importance of this. You didn't just meet my most prediction. That's okay. But he did it by nearly 3. So small, medium, big. 3 is bigger than the big. I was astonished. That alone tells me how loud and clear you're still here, and you believe, and you are ready forward to move forward. You're not stuck in the past. An eye opener. Over 90% said without hesitation. I will try to share with you the exact screenshot. Okay. I telling you over 90%, 8 point something. So you could say 100%. that without hesitation. I'm totally with you. No matter how it takes, I see the vision. And if we want to succeed, we need a vehicle. We need a new direction, a new way of running and operating. Loud and clear. I thank you for that response, and to each and every one did. You've given to continue the mission more fuel. I'm already pumped, as you could tell, but you've given the leadership team focus. They're even more motivated now. Reminded us why this journey in the first place. And let me add a little bit more to this. From your end, okay, what could this doesn't take a genius? And the result, okay, most of you, so I'm fully committed. And whatever timeline it takes, okay? And we need a new vehicle. That is clear. You see all of that visible data to you that are very compelling. Number one, that of people. Another one. So the number of people actually took the time to select. The number or the frequency of most of you going to survey as many as 10 times a day. The overall sessions and login, it was practically millions and millions. Who thought this would, after all this time?
I think he's froze. I thought it was me.
I did.
Something blinked.
You froze for a few there, Ash. You froze.
Okay. So far,
We don't have the camera.